Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 60 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give, right side. Gunn, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man here is Gentry. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Got a man on the right sideline. That's long. And give him a gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Again, just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Got to do better.
Now go. Now.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You see me? You see me?
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cloud. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now. Gunn. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. 6. I'm trying to collect. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Gunn. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
To throw is Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On first down, Gunn. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Second and 13. Wilson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Look at the big man rumble. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw again on second down. Wilson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll run on first down. Gunn, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Throwing on second and 14. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position.
The out route incomplete. It's Craig. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the 41, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. The big fella. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Wilson.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Cloud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cloud. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Falcons 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run. They're running it. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
50 Cent. Watch the run.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now this one complete on the slant route. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go. Clear. Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
On the set. 48 months. Okay, double up. Come. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8-3.
What twist?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Gunn. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll keep it on the ground. Gunn, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And here now come the Falcons. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard, Taylor, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Taylor, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5 now. Taylor, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
You're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let him know, let him know.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Taylor, quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. On first down, it's Cannon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Taylor. Steps away. He may try and run for this. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
60 or 56.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And now it's blocked. The Falcons have it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing
They
to,
having to,
and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Check, watch me before. I'm coming for you, son.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On second down now, it's Cannon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.